Hey Gems, happy anniversary. This is my 3rd anniversary on YouTube and I wanted to do another Q&A like I did last year for my 2nd anniversary. And when I did my big giveaway with WorldofKaroo, I asked you guys to ask me a bunch of questions and it was the most successful giveaway I have ever had on my channel. So welcome to all of my new gems. Hello again to all of my old gems. And we're gonna answer some questions. So real quick, before I start answering questions, I had a huge overload of questions of a lot of the same things. One, how old am I? I just turned 31. What got me into YouTube actually was Freebies, and I talk a lot more about my YouTube journey and everything on my last year's Q&A, so I will leave a link in the description box as well as cards right over here if you guys want to go ahead and check that out and learn a little bit more about me. But I have tons of questions. I'm probably gonna break this up into 2 parts, but let's get started. Now, instead of butchering your guys' names, I'm just gonna put your guys' names right here for everybody who asked me a question and the ones that I chose to answer. What advice do you have to an aspiring cosmetologist that can't afford that much makeup? What I would suggest is every time you get paid, like if you have a normal like 9-to-5 job or type of thing, I would set aside a budget every month to maybe pick up some stuff. Also, look at the drugstore. You don't have to have a kit that is full of high-end makeup. There are so many brands out there that do really affordable makeup. Morphe is one of my favorites, and you get a 35 pan eyeshadow palette for right around $23. So I would just suggest going to the store and setting a budget and picking up a few things every time you get paid and start to grow your kit. I'm not a cosmetologist. I am not a certified, makeup artist. I just am a person that really loves makeup, and it took me 3 years to acquire all the makeup that I have. Also, doing swaps is a really fun idea to try out some new makeup, especially if you're trying to find something that you can't get in your local area. So try doing a swap with somebody. Where did I grow up and what was my biggest struggle in school? I grew up in Saline, Michigan. It is a very small town in southeast Michigan, and I grew up there from the time I was 2 until I graduated college. And my biggest struggle in school probably was actually school itself. I was not a very good student until about my sophomore year of high school, and being bullied, that was probably my all-time biggest struggle in school, from preschool to when I graduated high school. It completely ended when I went to college, but being bullied because I was overweight. I've always been a big girl, but that was definitely my biggest struggle. Now, along with that question, a lot of people asked, have I ever been bullied? And if I have, how did I deal with it? Yes, I was bullied, like I said, from preschool all the way up until I graduated high school. Basically, I really tried to not let it bother me, but there are days where it's just like you're already having a bad day and people are just want to be rude and mean and, cruel. And my friends really helped me. I had a very close-knit group of friends that very much protected me. And, if they saw somebody bullying me or picking on me because of my weight or because of my clothes or anything else like that, they really just kind of came in and, just said, don't let it get to you. You're bigger than them. You're a bigger person than them. Not literally, but, you have a huge heart and just don't let it bother you. And the other thing that really helped me was music and writing. Those were the 2 other biggest things. I kept a journal all the way up through college, and I still write every now and then. But music was a huge impact in my life. And that was definitely something that really helped me get through those really tough times. Now, this next question is really personal, but I am going to answer it. And actually, it was the winner of the giveaway who asked this question. And she said, when your injury gets you down, is there a consistent trigger that causes a down episode? Like dropping an egg or something on the floor. Most of us get aggravated because we drop something, and for you, I'm sure it's an ordeal to clean it up. Or is getting in and out of the car, van, SUV always a drag? Yeah, I have my down days, but I really don't have many of them. I've been in a wheelchair for almost 8 years now. If you guys didn't know that, I have a spinal cord injury. I have a video talking all about my spinal cord injury, which I am going to do an update video because it has been a really long time since I filmed that, and go into more about how I'm doing now and everything like that. But yeah, I mean, there are days where I get super frustrated for things that I used to be able to do without, you know, even blinking an eye, that I have to struggle with doing now. But I've come so far in my injury since I acquired my injury, and I really just try to take it one day at a time. And also the huge help of my fiance Kyle. He also is my caregiver, so he really helps me out and you know, helps pick up stuff if I dropped it on the floor. But yeah, I mean, I've dropped stuff on the floor all the time, and you know, I'm a klutz. So it's just something that, you know, you just have to take a deep breath and, you know, remember how far I've come. That's what I try to do in those difficult times and situations. Next one is, says, I'm 15 years old and my mom wants me to start wearing makeup so I know how to put it on in the future. In your opinion, what would the first thing be that I should use? And at what age did you start wearing makeup? I dabbled into makeup when I was like in middle school and high school, but nothing like what you see now. I've actually only been really into makeup for about 3 years. And what I would start with is something that you're kind of comfortable with. It's just even mascara. Mascara is a huge, wonderful thing, and there are so many awesome drugstore mascaras out there. My favorite personally right now is the Maybelline Lash Sensational, and if you get, you know, a $5 tube of mascara, a $1 eyelash curler from e.l.f., and maybe, you know, a concealer or a powder that you would like to try, you know, just fairly simple things, and just practice. That is the biggest advice I can give you guys when you're getting into makeup, is just practice your darn little hearts out. What is the biggest struggle in life that I've had so far? Definitely my injury, my spinal cord injury. That was the biggest struggle of my life. And again, I've gone into it in other videos, which I'll link below, but also overcoming a lot of bullying in my life. Next question is your spinal cord injury permanent, or is there anything that the doctors can do to help you with complete healing? Yes, my spinal cord injury is permanent. No, there's nothing the doctors can do. I've actually regained a ton of feeling and sensation and movement and strength since the beginning of my injury. Again, I go into that, but yes, just real quick, yes, my injury is permanent, and no, there is nothing more that the doctors at this time can do to help me regain anything. I've kind of plateaued, but I'm actually fine with this. One I really liked is, have you ever thought of moving to a foreign country? If so, which one? Absolutely. And also a lot of people ask, like, if I could travel to one place in the world, where would it be? I would 100% move to the UK. I would move to England. That is the #1 place on my bucket list. I want to travel to. I want to spend like 2 months there, and I am so obsessed with the culture and the language. Well, language is English, but the accent and the food and the history, everything to do with the UK and England specifically, I am just obsessed with. I want to live there. I wish I was British. I wish I lived there already, but I live in the USA, which I still love. I mean, it's where I've grown up my entire life. It's, you know, I'm an American, but yes, I would absolutely love to move to England. Next question is, have I ever had a paranormal experience? Yes, I have. When I was about 12 years old, I was staying the weekend at my grandma's house, and my grandpa, who had passed away when I was about 2 or 3 years old, came to visit me pretty much. I was sitting at her kitchen table, and I was cutting out squares to make a quilt because my grandmother was beautiful at making quilts. And I look up, and coming down the hallway was an apparition of my grandfather. And it was a full body apparition, and you know, you could still kind of see through him. And he just came and walked around me and looked over my shoulder and whispered in my ear. He said, "Good job, sweetheart. Keep up the good work." And when I looked around, there was nothing, but I felt a really cold hand on my shoulder. I wasn't scared. I wasn't freaked out. It was just something that I was really excited about, because my grandmother had said that she's seen my grandpa in the past. They have both passed on now. And my dad actually has said that he has seen his dad as well, which was my grandfather. But yeah, it was actually really, really cool. And I completely believe in spirits. I actually believe we have 2 spirits in our house that have followed us ever since Kyle and I started living together. And we've never seen them. They've never, become full-bodied apparitions, but we sense them, we feel them, we hear them, around the house sometimes. And I definitely believe in spirits. I believe in the afterlife. I believe in reincarnation, all of that. And I think it's really, really cool. All right, guys, so the next question is, I'm a big girl and I dread summer because I refuse to let my legs show. That's number thing you gotta fix. So I always end up in pants all seasons and sweat my ass off. Primarily my makeup. So I fear I'm gonna end up in the house all summer. Do you have any suggestions on how to get over this or an alternative? Yes. If you have oily skin, definitely use a primer, definitely use a setting spray, use matte foundation, a matte powder, all that jazz. I've done a bunch of tutorials and I plan on doing a couple of more before the end of the summer to show you guys how to keep your makeup on when it is 102 degrees outside, which it is right now at my house. And girl, why don't you want to show your legs? Show them babies off. I am in a wheelchair and I show my legs off all the time. I don't really care because it's for me. It's not for other people. It's just for me. And I do and I wear what makes me comfortable. That's why I wear tank tops and I have big arms and I don't give a crap. So girl, go buy some shorts if you're worried about showing off, like, don't wear short shorts if that's what you're not comfortable with. But wear some, start with capris and work your way up, girl. That's what I suggest. Next question is, where do you buy most of your clothes? Old Navy and Forever 21. Pretty much the only 2 places I buy clothes, and I just did a really big summer clothing haul like a month or so ago, and I'll leave that in the description box if you guys want to go ahead and check that out. But Old Navy is where I get pretty much all of my jeans, and Forever 21 is where I get most of all of my tops. Who is your biggest celeb crush? Oh boy, I have a couple. Robert Downey Jr., Gordon Ramsay. Girl crush would definitely probably be Rebel Wilson. And that's pretty much it. Those are my 3 main, yes. Absolutely. Alright guys, so this one was probably one of my favorite questions, and it says, if you were a unicorn, what would your full name, yes, first, middle, and last be, and why? Big Devilish Angel. There you go. Devilish Angel is actually one of my tattoos. It is this one right here. It says Devil and Angel. And yes, oh my god, so many people, the majority of these questions were, when are you gonna do your tattoo video? I'm doing it, I promise. I have filmed it. I just need to edit it and get it up for you guys. So please be patient with me. I've got so many videos to upload and edit right now, or edit and upload right now, but the tattoo video is coming, I promise you. Next question is, what has your biggest accomplishment been in the last 5 years? My house. I would definitely probably say my house is my biggest accomplishment. It took about 1.5 years to build, and we've been here for a little over 2 years now, and it is my pride and joy. I love my house. It's the biggest thing I own, and it's the most expensive thing that I own, and I own it completely outright, and I'm very, very proud of it because I also designed it. So that is probably my biggest accomplishment of the last 5 years is my house. Would you ever want to make your own beauty line? Holy moly, yes. I would love to have my own cosmetics line or beauty line. It's something that I've actually been thinking about for about 1 year now. And even if it just starts off as a couple of things, yeah. So if there's any companies out there that want to collab with me, let me know, because I'd really love to do it. Next question is, do you ever find that you are judged more harshly by people because you are plus size? Not so much now. I think I'm judged more harshly because I'm in a wheelchair and I'm plus size, because so many people just think that the reason I'm in a wheelchair is because I'm a big girl and, or are lazy and just don't want to walk around. especially like when I go to the store, because I use one of the little motorized carts and I get stares all the time. Yeah, I feel like I'm judged kind of harshly sometimes because I'm a plus size girl and I'm in a wheelchair, but those people don't matter. I mean, I'm never gonna have them in my everyday life. They can stare if they want, and I always stare right back. So if they're gonna sit there and stare at me, I'm gonna sit there and stare at them. Make them as comfortable as they're trying to make me feel. All right, guys, so that is the end of part 1 of my Q&A. Definitely stay tuned for part 2 coming soon. And thank you guys so much for all of the amazing support and staying on this journey with me for 3 years now. Definitely stay tuned to the very end of the video because I will be announcing our giveaway winner for the Soufeel.com jewelry prize, which I'm really excited. You guys are so awesome, and there were so many entries, and just thank you for continuing this journey with me, to staying till the end and everything like that. And I hope that you all stay forever, pretty much. I love you guys so much. Please, if you enjoyed this video, give me a good old thumbs up. Don't forget to hit that little red button below, subscribe, become a member of my M's Gems family. Don't forget to check out the description box for a list of a bunch of videos that I think you guys would enjoy, all my social media sites, everything like that, and I will have my last year's Q&A videos down below so you can check those out as well. Leave me a comment if you have any other questions or video ideas. If you guys enjoyed this, and you want to see more Q&As, leave me some more questions in the comments. And that's pretty much it. So I'm gonna go film part 2 right now, and I'll see you in my next video.